Conversations with halos is kind of tilted. The foundation is strong because Jehovah built it. You can feel the spirit and positive energy. Questions asked comfortably like you're talking with family. Get ready to settle in. Wait for the show to begin. Invite a couple of friends. It's time for Unhinged.
What's really going on? What's really going on?
I introduce to you Get You Home Towing, a family company with the sole purpose to get you home. Whether you need roadside assistance or transport services, we have a flatbed big enough to transport any vehicle to its destination. Our offer to you is our gratitude and great service at a much cheaper price. We are also open to transport through long distances. If you need us, all you have to do is call that number. I'll see you soon.
Hey. That was really wild. So I'm gonna rewind that back. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? I mean, what's really going on? It's your girl, Nikita Tilted Halo Hansford out here in these streets, and I'm sitting alongside my very good girlfriend, Karen Sims Harrell, Coach Cash herself of Twisted Threads LLC, and we are excited about tonight's show. We got a lot of new things going on, and I'm certain you all recognize quite a few new faces here on the intro video tonight. Listen, AP, shout out to you, our brother. Audrey, shout out to you, sis. Donnell, shout out to you, baby girl. But check it out. They're going to be back later, y'all. Okay, those of y'all in the viewing audience, we ain't nobody kicked nobody to the curb. It's all love here. What you see is the growth that Jehovah has allowed us to accomplish as we've been working ever so diligently here with the platform. I want to go ahead and make another announcement before I get into the rundown. We are now partnered with Mental Impact Radio. Karen, can we get a hand clap for that?
We on it. Listen, we are here for the celebration.
We are here for the celebration, for real, for real. We are now partnered with Mental Impact Radio, pushing the love of the Lord out here in these metaverse streets. Y'all already know, ain't nothing normal about the tribe experience here at Unhinged Live. So check it out. As Coach Cash always says, get your passports ready. You never know where we are going to go. Before we get into anything else, we want to go ahead and familiarize you all with what's going to happen on tonight's show. Of course, we're going to introduce you all to our new tribe family. We're going to have views from the Petty Pew on tonight. We're going to chuckle it up a little bit. We're going to enjoy another music spotlight break and get into that roundtable conversation. What's really going on? And Coach Cash is going to pour into us as she does ever so effortlessly every single week with another reflection of purpose. So check it out. We got some church announcements to get into. We got some church announcements and some local announcements to get into and get out of the way before we introduce our tribe members, Karen. You want to go ahead and put up the church announcements from our reporter out there in them streets, our sister Zion.
That part, we got affiliates now. So, you know, our affiliates are out here being great. And so we're going to share the church announcements. Come on, y'all.
These are your Sunday announcements. Govern yourself accordingly. Remember, this year's theme is Mind the Business That Pays You. Our first announcement is that Pastor would like us to remind everyone that this year's youth ministry has been canceled due to a recent TikTok challenge of allowing your kids to cuss. Unfortunately, Sister Watermelon and Sister Cantaloupe got into a fight on yesterday. So we have no one to handle the youth ministry. Our next announcement is that, unfortunately, a second church announcement is that due to the fact that everyone believes that Peace Be Still is a ministry that should be functioning in the church now, Pastor has decided to open up a defense class here on Saturdays that will be taught by Dragonfly Jones. Our last church announcement is, and please govern yourself accordingly, that pastor will not be accepting gifts, surprises. He will not be accepting cakes, cookies, pies, or random visits to his office.
And those are our church
All right,
announcements.
Listen, I like that first one. Mind the business that pays you. Is that it? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
mind the
I'm gonna have to
business that
carry
pays
that
you.
theme for 2024 over here with Miss Tilted. Okay. One more
Yes.
announcement before we go ahead and bring in our beautiful new tribe members. Listen, we got the NAACP of Eastern Pennsylvania, Unit 2260. They're proudly presenting a Black History in Review, Civic Lessons 101, presented by Professor Brian Allnut. And these are sessions being held via Zoom. So if you want to get your moxie up on what civics is and how civics actually operate, because I promise you, a lot of people out here jaw jacking and they really don't understand the legislative structure. I think this is awesome. As part of Black History Month, that we go back and we get a revision of our knowledge and we get more information on how we can actually participate well in all of the upcoming election seasons. So these sessions are going to be held via Zoom. One session is going to be held Tuesday, February 20th, from 7 to 8 p.m. The second session will be held Tuesday, February 27th, from 7 to 8 p.m. as well. Of course, if you're out there on Facebook and you're connected to us in the Unhinged Live group, all of this information is posted there. It's also posted on my personal page as well. So look, Karen, the home training is kicking in and I'm feeling kind of bad because I've been in here for a minute and we got people outside that we need to bring in and share their lovely faces. You said bring them out, bring them out.
Bring them out.
All right, we got a gang in the back room, y'all. We got a gang in the back room. So I want to go ahead and invite them in the room one by one. Can we introduce Miss Yolanda Lucas to the tribe audience? Yolanda, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how are you? Hello.
Welcome.
All right, we got Rhonda. Come on, bring Rhonda in the room. Bring Rhonda in the room.
Bring on.
Hey,
Hi.
Rhonda. We got Marisol in the room. Come on in the room.
Hey, everybody.
And last but certainly never least, we got King Bliv Mash.
Yes.
Holding it down for the fellas. Welcome to the show tonight, y'all. Welcome to the show tonight, y'all. Before we get into any regular show content, because I know I gave y'all some information to follow, but you know, you've been warned. All right, you never know which way I'm gonna go. So we got a little icebreaker I want to go ahead and get into with y'all tonight. It's a little game that we like to play called This or That. All right, this or that. Now, I want you to give me the answer to the question, and I want you to also be prepared to justify your answer, because some of y'all, it just might actually be unacceptable. Amen. All right. Now, this is one for the ages. This is the great debate between grits and whether grits go with salt and pepper, or do you put sugar on your grits? Now, understand by your answers, you know, I'm gonna still love you, but I'm gonna be low-key judging you. Do you eat your grits with salt, pepper, cheese, butter that way, or do you put the butter and the sugar on the grits? Now I'm looking at the faces. Marisol, I saw the church finger. What you got to say, sis?
I'm gonna say the first way, but I have my friend make them because I can't make grits to save my life. But I try. I like the first way with the salt and the butter and that. Like,
All right, all right, all right. Okay, so Marisol put herself out there first. Now, can I ask you why you like it, prefer it that way? Have you ever tried grits with sugar?
okay, so honestly, I haven't tried grits with sugar, but I don't know. That combo seems. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge you guys. Whoever does it like that, I'll try it. I'll try it, but it's more flavorful for me. I like salty stuff. I like salt
I
better
get
than
it.
the sweet.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Okay. Okay. Wait. Yolanda.
Yes.
How do you take your grits, sis?
Well, I'm definitely not putting sugar. It's no good for you. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, I'm gonna judge those who put sugar in their grits, but I don't. Okay. But I do. I really don't even like using salt, yo. I like other type of season. I'm just saying that's how I am. You know, I'm in the fitness world. Okay. But I will put some cheese in it. Because I like cheese and a little bit of butter. And that's about it. But the sugar, I'm not doing that.
All right, Bliv, you looking a little looking like what? How do you take your grits, sir?
I used to do the sugar and the butter, and I used to love it. And so I'm not gonna say I don't like that, but ain't nothing like some cheese and a little bit of butter and some salt on the grits now. And if I want sugar on anything, I'll put it on cream of wheat. That's how I look at it. So
right.
I want cheese. I want some cheese and some butter.
All right, put some cheese on his grits. Hey, put some cheese on his grits. All right. Okay, Miss Rhonda, how do you take your grits, Queen?
Well, to confess, again, I've probably had grits once in my life, and I had it with salt, I believe. It was a little strange for me because I grew up on cream of wheat. So it was really strange to eat something salty that I thought was supposed to be sweet. But I am willing to try the sugar way, but brown sugar or honey.
Okay, all right. Nothing like being willing to try. You know, and look, she got grits confessions. Just when you thought she said what she was gonna say, listen, she got grits confessions. Did y'all hear that?
I did. I was concerned. I wasn't sure where we was going with that.
Wait for your answers.
Oh,
you
don't
could get
worry,
with this, or you could get with that.
Karen, how do you like your grits?
All right.
Sugar. Sugar. I don't mind the salt and the pepper, but it's gonna be shrimp and grits if I'm eating it. Like if I want the savory, it gotta be something with it. But if it's just either my eggs and I'll do the brown sugar. You know, I don't really do a lot of white sugar, but the sugar in my grits. So, and honestly, I'm putting them all in there. So a little dash of salt, a little bit of sugar, extra
a little bit of
butter.
A little bit of that.
That part, mix it real good. You know, I'm down here in the South, and they love the Waffle House with they grits. But you know, a lot of times you gotta doctor the grits up. So it's like they or cook them at home, which I don't mind doing. So yeah, but it's gonna be sugar in them.
Right.
How about you, Tilted? How you taking your grits over the this or that? How are you doing it?
Well, I like a little salt, pepper, some cheese, provolone cheese, preferably. Yeah, I like different cheeses.
Provolone.
Yeah, girl, provolone in your grits will change all of your life. It produces a different level of creaminess. Now, sometimes if I don't have any provolone in the house, I might prepare the grits with a little bit of milk. Is that something that's uncommon? Is everybody dropping milk in their grits when they're preparing them or not?
Never had it with milk.
If I do it with sugar and butter, yeah, I throw some milk in there. But if I'm throwing the cheese, then not.
No milk.
Right.
I guess it depends on the cheese.
We got church finger over there.
Yolanda got a hand up. What's up, Yolanda?
So when you put milk in your grits, is it more creamy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. Here's the tell on that. If you're a person who's not really experienced with cooking the grits, putting a little bit of milk in there will help you out so they don't come out too gritty. Yeah. Who knew that in the game of this or that you was gonna get a little cooking tip? So, all right. Here goes another one. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, sis. Come on.
Are we going with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Oh man, that's a hard choice. Say it again, the Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Oh,
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
that's a hard one. That's a hard one, but I'm gonna say Fresh Prince, because I grew up watching that, and then Martin was a little later, and I was preoccupied.
We'll learn more about that on the later segment, but okay.
Tilt to Halo.
Hey. All right, Marisol, I can see you were already taken by the Will Smith effect. He was a little cutie back in the day.
I love Will.
Yeah. I can see how that happens. All right, Yolanda, what's your choice?
That's a hard one for me because I like both.
All right, so if you had to watch one of those shows all day for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
Yeah.
No.
Why you doing that?
Both of them. Why we gotta choose in life? Both.
Because the game is called This or That.
It's this or that. This or that.
My life. Let me go with Martin.
All right, Martin. Rhonda.
Jerome in the house. Jerome in the house. Every day. I love both of them, but there's something about Martin and all the characters that he played just brought life to all of them. Shanae in the nail salon. I will never forget that scene.
Yes.
So always keep your mind pretty. So Martin for me.
All right, Bliv.
Real quick. Y'all might not even agree because I didn't really agree. But back when I used to have hair, this girl laughed at me in my face and said, "Yo, you look like Cole from Martin." Yeah, real funny. So with that being said, Martin, because my guy was Brother Man.
Yeah. On the 5th floor.
Brother Man.
So can you make a good sandwich? Can you make a good sandwich like Brother Man Bliv?
Hey, I get down on that sandwich.
On that sandwich, listen.
On that sandwich.
Enunciation, that part.
I like to eat.
That's a whole another situation. It is a sandwich, a whole different type of sandwich. Check it out. You all are tuned in to Unhinged Live. We are featuring or introducing some new members of the Unhinged with Tilted Halo Tribe on tonight. Our tribe family is in the building deep on tonight. We got our sister, our fitness centered person, our certified personal trainer, Yolanda Lucas, sitting in with us. We have our mental health specialist sitting in with us on tonight, our queen, Rhonda Thomas Booth, and Marisol Martinez Colon. She is our in-house fashionista, our nail tech extraordinaire, and of course, listen, Bliv Mash. All I want to say is Mash. I've been wanting to do that for so long. He is one of our favorite CHA's artists, and he is an amazing producer in his own right. So check it out. I said all of that to say we are about to get into just a short dialogue with each and every one of them, so that you all have the opportunity to get to know the new flavor that we're bringing to your ear. it's time for new flavor in your ear, because once again, we are growing. You've heard us say it forever that we are after zip codes and area codes. And the goal here is not just local reach, we have a global mentality. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and toss the mic to my good girlfriend, Karen Sims Harrell, Coach Cash, to go ahead and take the lead with getting our tribe family introduced.
There we go. All right. So listen, it's gonna be the same questions, but really, really quickly. Some of the faces our tribe family and our Unhinged Live family have seen. They've seen you in the comment streets. You've been laughing and kikiing it up on the back end, and now we got you on the main stage. So Yolanda, I want to start with you because I think this is your first official kind of presentation to the tribe. But can you tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of, you know, where you from, and it mentioned to us kind of what your passion is and the things that we should be able to see you working in.
Okay. Well, my name is Yolanda Lucas. I am a single mother. I have 2 kids. My son is 14. My daughter's 31. I do have 2 grandsons, 2 and 5 years old. I am located in PA, but I was born in Newark, New Jersey. That's where I came from. So I've been out here in PA since like 2003. So my passion is always been fitness and health. Um, because I just think it's like important for people to take care of themselves. So I was always like the type of person that worked out and try to motivate other people. Plus, I can pass this on to my kids. Like my kids see me working out, taking care of myself. I can even help my family when it comes to health and fitness, and my mother and my stepfather. Because my mother, she dealt with breast cancer, so I definitely want her to eat right because of, you know, the situation she was in. She's fine, thank God. But you know, I could give her tips on what she needs to do with her health. So that's one of the reasons why I became a personal trainer, but I'm also going to be studying for the nutrition part of it too. So I'm going to add that to my personal trainer so I can help people with that part.
Love it, love it. Glad to hear that.
That's dope.
Yeah, getting that information always is helpful for us because you heard us say we about the lifetime fine over here. It's not just for a moment, not just for summer hotness, because guess what? It get cold and we still want to be fine in the cold, the spring, summer, winter, and fall. So we appreciate you being here. So next up, we're going to talk to Rhonda. Same questions. Tell us a little bit about her, where you from, and kind of what you're passionate about and what you hope to share with our Tilted family.
Well, I'm originally from Barbados and I am currently living in New Jersey. I've been married for like 28 years, 3 kids, and my passion is mental health. I will say, Yolanda, that running saved my life because I am one of those that had a lot of stress because I, superwoman, run around doing everything. And exercising is part of my life. I changed my eating habits now where I'm plant-based. So mental health is a big platform for me. My business is mentoring and coaching. And I think that in the Black community, African American, Caribbean community, we don't talk about mental health. And it really does affect the way we treat each other and even ourselves. We don't love ourselves. So that's why my platform is mental health and trying to like provide these services for our community, especially the kids, because with social media, our kids are seeing the world that's not correct. It's not the real world, and we need to focus. We need to focus on our kids and trying to show them that this is not the world. This is not the real world. What you're seeing is like false. That's not how everyday people live. And by them seeing this, it really is affecting a lot of families. So again, I want to get out in the community, in our schools, and have like programs for kids to hook up with mentors that will start with them from little and grow with them as they move on to college and beyond.
Love it, love it. Appreciate that. I'm gonna pass it over to Marisol and ask the same thing. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what passions and projects folks can expect to hear from you. Are we still here? We leaning to the left, leaning to the right. All right. Well, I think Marisol's coming back. But we gonna push on. Are you there,
Oh,
Marisol? I think you're
there she go. There she
muted.
go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was
All right.
on mute. My thing was just loading and loading. Sorry.
No problem. So just to restate the question, where you from, tell the people a little bit about yourself, your background, and what things you're passionate about and what they could look to hear from you as we
Okay.
continue to grow. Yeah.
All right, guys. So my name is Marisol Colon. I am a certified licensed nail tech. I figured out my passion at 50 years old during COVID. It was something that was hidden in my heart and came about during COVID. Right now, I'm working on renovating my space and things of that nature. What I love about what I do is when I touch that person's hand right there at that moment, there's something that stirs up inside of me, and while I'm working on them, I'm saying a quick prayer, and then it just leads to conversation, and I'm a firm believer that even on your worst day, even if you can't take a shower, but even on your worst day, if you get up and beautify yourself in some form or another, it'll catch up. You look good, you start feeling good, so my hope is that every person that I touch and everybody that I encounter, that I leave them better than when I met them, when I found
Love
them,
it.
or anything like that. Just connecting with people, beautifying them, making them feel better about themselves, special, pretty, all that. It's a catalyst for whatever's coming after that. I've always been an encourager by nature, and I think that's my passion. I just love laughing, encouraging people, and making people feel pretty.
Appreciate that. All right, Bliv, we coming over to you, King Bliv. Mash, tell us a little bit about you, where you from, and what you're passionate about, and what the folks can expect to hear and experience with you.
I'm Bliv Mash from Reading, PA. I'm a positive hood celebrity. All right, I'm from Reading. I got 4 grown sons. I'm a grandfather now. I am a Marine Corps veteran. Grew up as a church kid, went astray. Was in the hood, acting dumb, doing knucklehead stuff. Came back to God. So now what I do is, instead of rapping negative, I try to rap positive and about God and inspire the youth to let them know that it's cool to actually be a Christian and to rep for the Lord. It's whack to be a thug. I mean, let's just keep it real. Um, that's pretty much it. And I just try to be a positive dude, praise God, and
Love it, love it. I love the humbleness. Y'all gonna hear a lot from Bliv. We got a feature from him. He definitely lives what he's talking about with his music and putting positive messages out there. And that's why we don't mind supporting him here on the platform, because we don't have to worry about turning the lyrics down when the little ones come in the room. How about that? Okay. We could literally universal music with all of that. So before I turn it back to Tilted, I just want to have each of you just share how folks can connect with you, whether on Facebook or your social media handles that you don't mind sharing. And Yolanda, I'll come back. I'll start with you on what's the best way people can reach out to you to get connected.
They can reach out to me through Facebook. So my name is Yolanda Lucas on Facebook. In parentheses, you will see Cupcake, so you can message me if you have any questions for me, or you want to set up an appointment to do a little workout. I can show you a couple of things. So that's how you can reach me on Facebook.
Love it. Appreciate that. Rhonda, I'm going to come to you. The best way people could reach out to you.
I'm on Facebook, and it's Rhonda Thomas Booth on Facebook, and on Instagram is bb.mindovermatter.
Love it. Marisol.
Everybody could find me at on Instagram, girl.talk Nails, and I'm on Facebook as Marisol Martinez Colon.
Awesome. Liv?
Bliv Mash on Spotify, Bliv Mash on Apple, iTunes, Bliv Mash on IG, Instagram, Bliv Mash on Facebook, Bliv Mash on TikTok. Just type in Bliv Mash and my little bald head self will pop up. Mash.
Yes, it will. And Blip Master on YouTube as well. So
Blip Master on YouTube also, yeah.
So pretty
Blip
much
Master.
everywhere. Appreciate that so much. And we appreciate the introductions. Y'all, listen, this is not the first or the last time you'll hear from our newly inducted Tilted Halo tribe, but we want you to get familiar with them. Everybody's bringing something. And so listen, little becomes much as we come together and allow God to multiply what we're doing. And so we're super excited because we've got so much versatility in the tribe. We've got actors, we've got creatives, we got fitness coaches. We're going to make sure that we are covering your needs, mind, body, soul, and spirit. 4. I know we used to the 3, but all of those. Why? Because how we start each and every day is how we get to give back to the world. And so we are super excited to have more folks. Don't worry, the rest of the tribe is still here. But listen, if we keep adding more squares, well, maybe this might work out well because we get smaller the more squares that we add to this thing here. So I'm here for all of us to be here, and then I just be a little sick on here. But however it is, we want to give opportunity to share and spread this joy tsunami. Y'all hear us on here laughing and having a good time because that's what we're passionate about bringing to you. But also we want you to get serious and be serious about promoting your own well-being wherever you are. We all are coming at this from different parts of our journey, and we're excited about it. Tilted, back to you, ma'am.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. We bless, y'all. We are Unhinged Live. Thank you all so much for those righteous introductions. I'm sure that y'all DMs and inboxes should be blowing up at any given moment. I want to take the time again to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. We are Unhinged Live. I want to go ahead and welcome all of our new Mental Impact Radio family. I want to go ahead and take the time to also welcome our new Stoop Up family that might be tuning in. We appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy what we got going down over here at the Unhinged Live platform. We are about to go into a little bit more cut foolery because that's what I like to do. We brings the sunshine. This is all about the salt and light life. So, every now and again, we like to make sure that we show that Christian folk is just as real as the rest of the folk in the world, and we have thoughts. So, sometimes we can be a bit petty. So I feel some petty in my shanana today. Y'all, it snowed in the Lehigh Valley. Good mother. And I began to take my mind's eye back into times past when I lived in the urban area and some of the things we used to have to deal with on a snow day. The snow day pettiness can be real. Even though many of us are parked on public property streets, we got all kind of things put in parking spaces to make sure that our spots are reserved for us when we come home. We got people driving down the street that don't understand the importance of brushing off the entirety of their vehicle, and boom, you are magically diving and dodging with your car as you witness a sheet of ice catapulting towards you and your windshield as you are traveling along your merry way, trying to get to your destination safely. Oh yeah, I got snow day petty pew problems on this afternoon, and I know I am not alone. Is anybody ready? Because is it bubbling in your spirit like it is mine on today? Do you have a testimony to share about your snow day petty views? Anyone? Is there one? Is there one? Bliv, baby, come on through. Come through, Bliv. Come through, Bliv.
Cut up.
Nah, I'm about to behave. I'm gonna let everybody else eat first, man.
I
No, you're
can't.
not. The
We
buffet
putting
is spread before
Yeah,
you, brother.
we putting the spotlight on you, sir. It's you
Yep.
now.
What's your petty view? What's your snow day petty? What's your snow day petty, Bliss?
Goodness, man.
Say it, say it, say it.
Peer pressure, peer pressure.
Yeah, but you already said it. Like if you're riding behind somebody and next thing you know, I don't want that to hit my windshield, man. And then if we stop at a red light, like I said, I have to pray sometimes to the Lord that I don't hop out and go pick it up and throw it back on it. You know. That's why I said I'm just gonna relax right now.
This the realness of the petty pew. Here's the realest real. Y'all know I did a run through up to the PA area, and we ran right back out of there right before y'all got that next round of snow. Because I'm no longer about that life. I have put my snowshoes away. I yet pray for all of y'all, but when snow come down here too, I'm leaving. I don't want to be nowhere where the snow is. So me and the snow is beefing. I don't want to be where the snow is. That's my only thing. Literally within hours of me hitting ground here in North Carolina, y'all snow started, and I just was like, you get that silent church sway with your hand in the air. The Lord know what that means. That part right there.
Oh my goodness. What about holding up the parking spot with a chair or a bucket or the baby shower chair?
Word, a baby shower chair.
Baby shower chair.
Yeah, that baby shower chair, that big old baby shower chair from the 80s. They hold.
Oh my.
Okay, you are telling the truth, Marisol, because when I lived in PA, we would see that all of the time. The baby shower chair, not just the chair, not just the church folding chair that they done stole. We all know y'all supposed to send it back to First Baptist, but it's in your parking spot now. But we have, like you are telling the truth, sis, the baby shower chair is out there holding the spot during the snowstorm.
I know, but like I'm on the fence about that because if you shovel that spot, let's say you spend hours or whatever shoveling the spot, and you go to work, and then you come back and somebody's in your spot that you shoveled, that's not nice.
Well, you know these people don't care about being nice.
Hey,
I'm not coming to the door. I'd be like, move your car. I just took everything out.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly why I moved out the hood. See, I didn't want to tell y'all that. My real beef is with the snow plows. Because after I shovel out, take my little snow plow, shovel out my whole driveway, the snow plow come through and block my joint.
That happened to my daughter.
That's my real beef, but that didn't sound hood enough, and I ain't want to be sound like I'm bougie or nothing. That's why I didn't really want to say that. That's why I went like this.
Listen, we for real. We are for real.
That's my real beef. My beef was with them snow dudes that blocked my driveway right after I did it too, and they come by with the joint like yeah, and look
laughing at you.
That's true. That's true.
I'm so glad that the Lord delivered you, Liv, because we appreciate you being free to be with us tonight.
Yeah,
I know how that could have went down.
Yeah.
I had that beef with the snow day people, the snow plow man the other day. It was you gonna throw all that heavy snow right into my nicely plowed sidewalk. They didn't just get, my little parking spot. That I need them to do my parking spot, but all the snow, because I live on a snow emergency route, got plowed up into a pile in front of my house on the sidewalk. And guess who had to clear a walkway for herself? So yeah, I'm with you on that, Liv. I got beef with the snowplow man because they be taunting you.
Yeah.
They be taunting you
I just
when
didn't
they
want to sound
see you
bad.
out there.
I just didn't want to sound bad. I'm sorry. That's my real beef.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. Yolanda, look. Rhonda, you ain't said nothing. You just over there laughing at it.
No, because again, when I first came to America, I loved the snow until I had to work and get into the snow. So in the Bronx, yes, we saw a lot of those like cones. People will put cones and microwaves and things in the road. And I always wonder, like, what are they doing? Like, what is that for? I couldn't understand. And then my husband would say, well,
Wait, microwaves?
yeah, it's like anything that was in the garbage, like in the back of the building, they would bring it out and put it in the way. There was TVs, whatever they could put in the road, so people
Wait, she
wouldn't
said Brooklyn?
park. Bronx,
Yeah,
Bronx.
the Bronx.
I lived in the Bronx.
Oh,
Yeah, I lived
Bronx.
in the Bronx. Yeah, it was
Yellow,
crazy.
yellow snow?
Yeah, the yellow snow. Yeah, don't eat that snow. I had to learn so many things because you get so excited because it's snow. You see it on TV now; it's real. And I was like, I learned a lot of things. I had to learn a lot of stuff. My husband was like, "Don't touch that. Don't play in that. Don't do this." There was a lot of don't do's. So now I'm in the suburbs. My thing is, my neighbor, he's so sweet. He shovels all the sidewalks. So you kind of get kind of like spoiled. So now when it snows, you go like, oh, he's gonna do that.
Right.
That sounds bad. I got snowblower.
The snowblower,
yes. Snowblower now to
everybody.
everybody.
Comes around and he snow blows, and I was like, he's so sweet. So when it snows now, you're like, I don't have to go outside. So it's bad.
Hold up. Yo, Yolanda's quiet.
Listen, I haven't dealt with that in years, okay? Because we're out complex, so I have a parking lot, so I don't park on the street, but I'm from Newark, so I've seen all of that, okay? Where people is putting
snow?
Huh? What?
Yellow snow.
Where people put in the garbage cans, right? So they don't want nobody taking their parking spot after they done cleaned up the snow. I've not seen it all in North because that's where I'm from. But being that I live somewhere and I have a parking lot, I don't have to deal with none of that. Thank God.
I'm blessed. We're blessed. We don't have to deal with none of that no more.
No more.
Exactly. So the level up is serious.
That part, I'm gonna tell you, my first.
We all sound real bougie right now.
And I got down here. We had our first snowstorm, and I live in a complex. So I called management up and I said, "Whose responsibility is it to get this snow shoveled?" Their answer to me was, "Nobody's, ma'am. It's gonna be going by 12 o'clock." By 12 o'clock, it had melted. That's all I got to say.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, I kind of outed myself as a northerner because they was like, this girl asking who coming to shovel the snow. The snow don't belong here, ma'am. It's gonna be gone in a couple of hours. Just sit still.
Pass it through.
That's it. Just sit still. It's gonna go away all by itself. And sure enough, by 12 o'clock, the sun had arisen and the snow was now water all down the street. So nobody ain't got to shovel the snow. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You gotta sing that Usher song. It's 12 o'clock on the dot. Well, he said 7 o'clock on the dot.
And the snow was gone just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Well, I really enjoyed hearing y'all snow day petty views. I'm grateful for the deliverance that has happened in all of our lives. In particular, I'm extremely grateful for Bliv Mash being delivered from his snow day petty problems, where he no longer finds himself in a position of having to get with the plow man. Now he's definitely, absolutely a man of prayer as he's plowing with his snow blower. Now we just pray that he extends his hand of grace towards his neighbors every now and again, if the Lord so leads, and maybe you could plow an old lady sidewalk or something.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I was just giving y'all some juice.
Good answer.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it real. I do.
Listen,
I mean, my one neighbor, like 90 years old, I hit his joint, but I just wanted to give y'all some juice, try to make y'all laugh,
You listen here. We know you are our favorite CHH superhero, Bliv. I know you know how to give us that shine. Mash. That's right. We are Unhinged Live. So we're going to do, because the time is swiftly fleeting, we're about to get into another musical break. And this is where, of course, you all know Coach Cash switches her hats. But tonight, I'm going to let the artist himself give this song an intro, since he is in the building. And, you know, as I was perusing the interwebs for this week's musical selection, I said, listen, we got a CHH artist right there on the platform. So why not feature him? So give us a chit chat about what the listeners are getting ready to partake with. Tonight's selection is I Love the Lord.
Actually, it don't even go like that. It's a song, I Love the Lord. It's me. I had to put my mom and dad on the hook with me.
Love it.
Just because I wanted to get them in the studio with me. Because, you know, my mom was a choir. My mom played the organ. My pops was a choir director. They had me in the choir, so I had to get them on a couple songs with me, expressing how I love the Lord. And I got my little cuz on the second verse because I wanted to be positive. So
Love it. Love it.
That's so
I love
Right.
the Lord. I mean, so let's go.
We gonna get into it. Coach Cash is on it today. You already know. We getting at it. Here we go with I Love the Lord.
Holy mash in the boy. This one's for God.
Had problems yesterday. I wanted to take the homie out. Had to get on my knees and pray and ask God to work it out. 'Cause if I smack you up or jack you up, then both of our lives change. Maybe jail time and the lifelines. Either way, someone feels pain. You probably thinking the same thing. But the pressure makes you change the lane. You gotta act tough and try to prove a point. Bring guns and shoot up the joint. This is nonsense. My conscience is telling me to pray for you and spread the word about a loving God whose grace will always stay loyal. I'm feeling good like the mac and cheese covered with aluminum foil. Got my haters looking at me stone face, so now we call them gargoyles. When the heat starts to boil and you start to smell the beef cooking up, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So to God I keep looking up. I love the Lord. He set me free. I love the Lord. He died for me. I love the Lord. He set me free. There's which much lying, crying, dying. Every time is always something. There's which much lying, crying, dying. Every time is always something. Every time is always someone. Someone gotta be frightened. But our Lord God is so humble. Give your heart, he'll take your trouble. Tell your problems in the rubble. He'll pick you up right when you stumble. He'll remove your pages cause he loves you. Yeah. And ain't nothing that he can do. Everyone knows how to choose God because he'll choose me. He got for me. I love the Lord. He set me free. I love the Lord. He got for me. I love the Lord. He set me free. I love the Jesus Christ, that for our sins, breathes me and he rose again. I love the Lord, salvation, free my days are lived. I love the Jesus Christ, that for our sins, 3 days later he rose again. He is the key to salvation. For all my days I live for him.
All right.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are tuned into Unhinged Live, and we just experienced another magic moment here on the platform. I'm your girl, Nikita Tilted Halo Hansford, sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Coach Cash Sims Harrell of Twisted Threads LLC, and I'm surrounded by so much love, the love of my Tilted Halo tribe family, Yolanda Lucas, Rhonda Thomas Booth, Marisol Martinez Colon, and Bliv Mash himself. We are fitting to get into it with our segment introductory freestyle. Now, I know y'all heard the show intro song, and that, of course, was a birth out of me bugging out on the platform. Val Marie produced it, and then Bliv Mash gave it that sauce. But we like to break it down acapella for some. Uh, as we get ready to get into the roundtable conversation. So let's do it. What's really going on? What's really going on? What's really going on? Tune in. Come on, y'all. What's really going on? What's really going on? Hey, what's really going on?
What's really going on?
Really going on and on and on. On and on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on and on. Yeah,
On
yeah,
and on
yeah.
and on and on to the break of dawn.
Yeah, we like to get into it. We like to get into it. What's really going on? What's really going on? Check it out. We just experienced yet another dynamic Super Bowl Sunday. All right. This game was actually a nail biter. They actually went into overtime, and there's so much commentary to be rendered about that whole production. But I want to get into a conversation about the halftime show. Check it out. We had Usher out there.
Yes.
And our boy definitely put the A on the map, y'all. He put them A on the map. So I really want to go ahead because we are some seasoned saints sitting here on the tribe. So many of us grew up with Usher and his music, along with some of the folks who joined him on stage during the Super Bowl. They're a part of the soundtrack of our lives. So I want to go ahead and ask you all to share your opinions. Give me your thoughts on what experience in that Super Bowl halftime show was like for you. Did it bring back any childhood memories? You know, any thoughts about when you was doing something you ain't had no business to? Because now for nothing, earlier in the show, our girl Rhonda had grits confessions. So y'all got any confessions? Y'all got any confessions? I'll come back to you later, Bliv.
We had grits confessions, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
So look, Marisol, you got any? What were your thoughts about that halftime show?
I thought it was really good with the roller skates. I was like, oh my God, I was roller skating last week. I loved it. He was on point with everything. The dancing, his vocals. I mean, 8 years for a new album. I think that's a bit too long to have us waiting, but it was worth the watch because I hardly ever watch it anymore, to be honest. But I watched it this time and I was like, what? You always be my boo, my boo.
Love it.
That was my thought.
Say it with your chest, Maddie. I'm not even mad at you. That was actually one of my favorites as well. We're going to get into some commentary about that hug between him and Alicia Keys as well.
Yes.
Yolanda, did you happen to see the halftime show?
No, I didn't watch it, sis. Because sis was tired.
Sis was in the bed because sis was tired.
Was in the bed.
Hey, listen.
I was in the bed. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, ain't no future in front, and I appreciate you telling us your truth. Like we already know, we some seasoned saints in here, and I don't know any of us who do not require a nap after a certain time if we ain't already getting in bed. So check it out. What about you, our Bayesian queen? What do you think? What were your thoughts on that halftime show?
I loved it. I loved it because it brought back, like Marcel said, the skating. And one of my friends who does carnival with me, she was part of the skating. One of the girls there, she was skating. Her name is Dr. Livia. She does skating all over Instagram. And he saw her and he got her in one of his videos and on the halftime show. And I thought that was so nice to include a community, a village of all different types of people. We saw the stripper pole.
Yeah.
I was like, why is a stripper pole at the Super Bowl? And then shirts off. I was like, FCC, you need to come in the room. But I loved it because he paid tribute to everything. He was doing it so quick. I thought it was a little too quick. And then when I heard, yeah, 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 I was like, because I love Ludacris, his voice. I love that he included so many people, and it was quick. It was a little too quick for me. I would have like, okay, bring it, stretch it a little bit more. But I get that he tried to fit a whole bunch of culture, a whole bunch of artists in a small space of time. That's what I liked it.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yep.
up. All right, Blush and Bliv. I see you over there. What you know about the stripper poles in the halftime show, sir?
Hey, stripper poles don't need to be there, but at the end of the day, I love R&B. Like if I could sing, I wouldn't even rap. I'd be like a singer. You know what I'm saying? So my favorite moment was definitely with Usher and Alicia Keys. But I do like how Usher showed love to the A and brought, numerous people to eat at the table with him. Kind of remind me of the Last Supper, how Jesus broke bread with everybody. You know what I mean? So, okay, Usher, I see you. Ice Spice gets two negative thumbs down for the little sign she was throwing up. And I don't know if y'all know about that, but she gets negative thumbs down for them little weird signs you was throwing up and whatever. But Usher, you did your thing. Alicia Keys, you did your thing. Everybody else, it's all right.
It was just yeah. So you brought the Alicia Keys appearance into the conversation. So I got to go there. We all got to see where Usher, tipped behind her, and during the song he gave her from behind the back hug. A little hug. And baby, that hug sparked the whole dialogue on the internet about how her husband may be feeling, what could really be going on that stage. Y'all know that the metaverse ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of keyboard thugs that ain't got no lives that like to share their opinions. So
Right.
I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. How our behaviors and the things that we display online could spark a dialogue out there on the internet and wherever we are on social media streets. So how do you all feel about people putting a negative spin on something that was absolutely innocent? Because we've since heard from Swizz Beatz, Alicia's husband, and we later found out that Usher actually got married on Super Bowl Sunday. So what are your thoughts on people making and doing the spinning a different narrative contrary to what reality is? What's up? I see the church finger, Karen. Go ahead, sis.
I believe in the church announcements at the top of the show, we said, mind the business that pays you. And what is a go, in my opinion, what goes on in your relationship as it's okay versus not okay sometimes can't be explained in these internet streets. And so if her husband was fine with it, that's fine. Mine would not be. So now it'd be a different story. You can't be, we need the church hug, and we need to see a whole nother human in between us when we hug it. So ain't gonna be none of that backwards. Yeah, that ain't gonna work for the Harrows. But if it worked for the Swiss Beach family, that ain't really my business. But we not gonna skip over the fact that Usher was wearing the church lady brooch. We not gonna skip over that one. We're not
gonna skip out on the fact that Jermaine Dupri came out looking like
skipping over that
a member of the Lollipop Guild either with them pilgrim socks.
No, we not. We are not.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna skip over that.
And shout out to her. She did her thing.
Wait, I got two hands up.
Yes.
Marisol, go ahead, sis.
Okay, so y'all know I love fashion and everything, but that was like for a 12-year-old little girl. So I'm just gonna put that out there. He should not have been wearing that whatsoever. His stylist should be like written up or fired. Like, no, there's no way. No.
They're
could've
trying to
put the same-
confuse
they could've
us.
Put the same outfit with different socks, or maybe with some Timberland boots, and then bring the pants. It was just much.
Right.
It was like
You ain't never
it
gonna
was
see
like-
Bliv Mass dressed like that.
Huh?
Never. You ain't
Say
never
it
gonna
again.
see Bliv Mass dressed like that. Ever. I don't care how much money
I
you
don't
offer
think
me.
anybody out here will let you.
I'm a man.
We gonna make sure you right. We gonna make sure you right.
Look, man. He looking like you told Harpo to beat me.
But then again, I
Yeah,
fall on the
look.
side that, to each his own. If that's what you want to wear and that's what makes you feel good
Child.
about yourself, then go ahead and rock on, But personally, I would not put him in that.
Rhonda, I saw your hand.
Miami.
Rhonda, go ahead, sis.
Well, Usher's the entertainer. And I didn't take that as anything serious because he's an entertainer. That's what he does. He's been suing women for like years. And when he's going to come out, they expect that he's going to do something. He's just going to play to the audience. And coming from a West Indian background, we have carnival. And since a lot of Black Americans are going to the Caribbean and we dance, it's called wine and go long. That's what we call it, a wine and go along. I don't see your face. I don't even know who you are. I take part in carnival. I don't have my parts out. I'm covered, but it's fun for me. And I could dance with you and then you, oh, thank you, and move on. Or people dance with me and then move on. I don't have your number. I don't know who you look like. My husband knows that I go to carnival. I'm not bringing back that person home in my home with me. I'm not going anywhere that person. So it's entertainment. It's fun. It's something you do and you move on. And I think they've been friends for so long. I don't think she saw anything of it. And they were playing with the music. They were playing with the fun of the music. So I didn't really see anything wrong with that part because again, like that's my culture. We have fun. We do carnival. But I like fashion too. And when I saw those little Bobby little church girl socks, I was like,
I wore that for my communion.
I saw that.
No, I was like, ooh, no. Why did we do this to him? He is such an important person. Like, why would you do that in front of the whole world? Have him outside like he was missing the Mary Janes. I didn't like that. I was like, no, don't do that.
I think our brother
They got
Bliv
Jordans. Put him in some Jordans. Like,
I think our brother Bliv is actually giving us some examples of what he thinks might be manly muscle footwear.
In the background, while y'all was talking, Bliv giving
boom,
boom,
giving styling examples.
Let's see what else. Let's see.
Yes.
Or what it could have been.
Right.
Could have been.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Perfect.
Yeah, hey.
Boom. Boom.
Each their own.
To
each their own. And I really saw a lot of the commentators out there trying to.
Even my slippers don't look like that.
Listen, what I'm saying is, the commentators really tried to come to JD by letting us know that those socks were Louis Vuitton, and I think the socks actually came with the ticket price of what, $1,200. And they actually had a little button on the side. I guess a little pocket for whatever you want to put in your little sock pocket. Yeah, a little pocket sock by Louis Vuitton. But it sounds like the general consensus of the tribe on this evening is that those socks were an epic fail. At the
He was
Super
better
Bowl.
off wearing it with no socks.
Listen,
And $1,200 you can feed the homeless. I'm just putting that out there. You can feed
Yeah, that's too much for socks.
Socks.
That's
You better off wearing some jeans underwear, and that's it. And the women would have liked that better.
Maybe.
I started dancing around some Hanes.
Maybe. And
Fruit
to
of the Loom.
And to talk to the Usher Alicia Keys situation, if y'all was paying attention to his disclaimer that he issued, he said that his performance might cause
Yeah.
relationship issues. That was a nod to Kiki Palmer and the incident that occurred a few months ago with her with the booty out outfit and her boyfriend having problems, and they capitalized on it then. And once again, Usher tapped into the magic of media marketing
Yes.
on Super Bowl Sunday and by putting that little jab in there. So I'm surprised that people were not prepared for that little hug that he gave Alicia Keys, because when I watched it happen, because I heard that disclaimer, I saw what she was saying to him. Some of us do read lips. So she
What he
was down
said, tell
for
us,
it,
tell us.
as was her husband. They had to do that in order for it to make it work. So check it out. I want to go ahead and move the conversation right along. We are dealing with a lot of artificial intelligence out here in these social media streets. We were all around when internet first started. And when we started, we were using dial-up. We were using VPN. Remember the AOL man and the
Oh my God.
AOL sound? Well, now the internet has got grown, and we see the implementation of artificial intelligence in every single one of these platforms that we utilize on a daily basis. Not for nothing, we're broadcasting utilizing the StreamYard studio. And I want to hear if any of you all have any concerns with how aggressively the artificial intelligence movement is growing and being pushed forward. And what are your thoughts on how that could impact you individually with how you run your families? A lot of people are installing and depending on the Alexa home system and many of the other artificial intelligence smart home systems that are out there in the street. Is that something that y'all want to get with right now? Let's get into this conversation. So I'm going to go with the first face I saw shaking their head. That was the lovely Queen Rhonda Thomas Booth. I know y'all excited. Wait for me to call on you before we get in on this, because I want to hear your thoughts clearly. All right, go ahead, Rhonda.
While I was studying psychology, neuroscience is a big thing. And they talk about artificial intelligence within neuroscience. That's fine and good for the medical field. But I don't have any talking things in my house other than humans. I don't have anything controlling my home, any Alexa or Siri, nothing like that. I just have an issue with privacy. And I think we become a community, a society where everybody needs to know what's going on in your life. And for me, you don't need to know. If we need to know where England or any other place is located, we used to use encyclopedias. We got Google. I don't need Alexa or anybody telling me what to do. So I will not be having, no, I can't. I just think there's some level of control that we're going to lose if we allowed certain AIs into the home, because you're basically telling your house to do things that you're not going to be able to do, like the automatic locks. Now, if I'm trying to run into my house and I forget the keypad, how am I going to get into the house? If I can't find a key, I can't get in my house. So a lot of things I don't agree with. A lot of people who are into technology, I was wanting into technology, but there needs to be an ethical line when it comes to AI.
I can dig that. Marisol, your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm kind of like in the middle because it does make life convenient, but as you said earlier, if you forget your password or something goes wrong, sometimes if I'm messing with my nail products, and then really quick I go on my phone to do the finger biometrics, it doesn't read it. So it's twofold for me. It depends. I also get nervous like that if you have everything connected electronically. Like the cars, the electronic cars. Who does that? Is there somebody in the cloud that that manages your gears, or like how does that actually work? So I think that maybe I need to research more before. I mean, but it's convenient in other ways. You could use AI to strengthen your grammar, help you write a nice email to your boss, But like I can't, I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm in the middle with that.
Right. Yolanda, your thoughts on that, sweetie?
I don't have any of those gadgets in my home. I never even considered like getting Siri or anything like that. If I just forget, if I need to know something, I'm just gonna Google it. As far as like, I agree with Rhonda. What she was saying is like it's controlling your home. It's like it's gonna start controlling like everything. But my question with that is, what about the elderly people that's not tech? You know what I'm saying? How is that gonna work for them?
I can dig it. I mean,
it would be hard for them to use AI. And that's what it's becoming, so for these, and it's going to be hard for the elderly people. So how is that going to work for them?
We work in an environment where we actually deal with that every single day, where we hear the challenge that the senior community is faced with as the world is swiftly moving to the use of artificial intelligence and using internet portals to transmit information. So hopefully somebody will, raise up an organization or something to help the elderly in the area of artificial intelligence, because, hey, it's absolutely needed. Bliv, what are your thoughts, sir?
My thoughts are as simple as this. You had movies like Terminator, that whole series, I, Robot, that whole series, where the robots take over. So if we depend on technology too much, eventually that's going to be our downfall. And I feel like depending on things like that also is going to be the beginning of introducing like the mark of the beast. Because if you rely on this, you rely on that, then you're not going to say no to this or say no to that.
That's very interesting conversation.
So I'm real funny about all that technology stuff. You have to be careful. Because at the end of the day, technology even took it to the point where like kids don't even go outside and play no more. They just be in the crib.
That's the absolute truth. Hey, I love that you brought that up.
Negative. I'm trying to be negative. I'm just saying.
No, I love that you brought that up, and that's the purpose of what's really going on. We like to uncover the hidden truths behind the smoke and the mirrors that society typically tends to present to us. So since you're the lyrical prophet sitting on the platform tonight and you brought the conversation to the table, I want to go ahead and unpack that just a little bit. You brought up technology being the mark of, or it being the introduction into the mark of the beast movement and the dependency on technology on our day-to-day survival. Now, by show of hands, how many of us were basically church kids?
Does hopping around count?
Yes.
Okay. Because we were hoppers.
You were still in the church, and we're all familiar with the stories of prophecy. We're familiar with the conversations about the end times and what we would face before the return of the Lord. And again, are we really, really willing to continue that forward spiral of relinquishing our natural conveniences? Y'all know I moonlight as a grocery store clerk, and one of the most conversations I hear most is a lot of people are paying with cash because they refuse to give up the control on how their money should be spent or utilized or introduced into the marketplace for circulation. Karen, what are your thoughts?
So it's a lot of different thoughts. This is an area that in my professional industry of nonprofit higher education, it's growing. And so we got people who want to fly, They like, oh, AI, let me take it all the way up to the to space without understanding the basics of it. AI has been here for a long time, and it shows up whether we call it artificial intelligence or machine learning. AI was introduced to us when we started having to scan those scanners at the grocery store, when we started doing those reward cards. And so they've paid us to provide the data and information needed to fuel the next step for AI. So as many of us, we might say, well, I'm not into that. Well, you don't have to have nobody in your home. If you got a cell phone, they listening. If you talking to somebody else, your conversation is being listened. I just did a instruction for a course on financial crimes. And one of the biggest things that I think is a misconception is the layers within AI, because we got AI where it is artificial intelligence that is assisting with identity theft, but there's also a portion of it that helps diminish the portion of it. So it really is about educating ourselves for what it is when we step into rooms. I mentioned to people because I think it was Snapchat. Snapchat started not as an app for us just to be taking pictures and going around. It was an identity recognition app, meaning police and federal and legal enforcement was supposed to be using that to give faces. Now we give our faces automatically when we download those. I want to see how I look in the 1900s. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. I don't. You know why? Because they mostly thinner. They didn't eat all of the preservatives that we ate, and now we got complex and gotta have not only a personal trainer but three therapists and go to the doctor 3 times because we questioning how come the AI version of us looks like that. Well, it's not accounting for the real diet that we might be eating now versus we had real food back then. So it's so many layers to it. I'm not against it. I actually try to program the things that are in my house for electronic that I still maintain some level of control. So while y'all was saying the name, I'm like, please don't wake this girl up over here because she over here. She'd be like, how can I? Yes, Karen, how can I? First of all, don't call me by my first name. Okay.
Okay.
We not familiar. Just because I got to call you by your first name, don't be calling me about my first name in my house. It's like, I call her. She want to talk back to me. I'm talking. Like I need you. That's Miss Arrow for you, okay? But it's layers to it, and understanding that it is a part of, as Bliv mentioned, it's a succession that is going to build to something else. And so, prophecy is not so much that it could be stopped, but we need to be aware of what it is that we're walking into, whether we're showing up at movies, whatever apps we're downloading on our phones, even what permissions we're giving people when we're going on particular websites, because they're following us. The machines are learning our everyday routines, and so this is the reason why you got to mix it up. Why? Because you got to confuse them, because there's a plan behind that to dictate what it is that you're going to do. So a lot of layers to it. Last semester, we had colleges who were saying no AI. You can't use AI to write your papers. You can't use AI at all. And now this semester, which is only a 4-month period, they're like, okay, for spring semester, you can use it, but you got to cite it as a source to say, I got this from that particular thing. Also understanding that AI is all the chat GBT, the Grammarly, whatever it is a learning tool, meaning it learns and replicates what you do. So you got to tell it what to do. Somebody somewhere is telling it what to do. And so that's where my concern is. Are we telling it for the right things? Are we telling it for the wrong things? And the fact of the elderly, we could go on and on about that, because it's not just them. It's also the folks that don't have access to internet, because all of this stuff is powered by the internet. So if you're in a rural area or a place that does not have internet, you are already outside of or within that digital divide just because of that. So it's something to look out for, understanding what you're signing up for, because whatever we talk about today, we're going to see Martin commercials come up randomly on
Yeah.
our and that. You will see grits come up for sale. Cream of
Oh,
wheat
sure.
on our phone.
All on
Or
your
how about
spot.
when it wakes you up at night? If you're sleeping, all of a sudden it comes on and it says something. That spooks me out.
See, I ain't got them kind of problems. See, I ain't got none of that in my house. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
You don't
I
get
be
down with
asleep.
age.
I don't know what she said.
I don't know nothing. But yeah, my locks are the official ones where I really got to go see a locksmith if I can lock myself out my house.
Mhm.
I like it like that.
Same.
I have never utilized the Bixby feature on my phone. I'm trying to figure out how to get it off, but you know, Samsung won't let me be great. I don't really use any of that because I believe that my mind is the greatest one of the greatest supercomputers ever created. And I want to make sure that I'm utilizing as much of it as possible until I travel into that ripe old age when, you know, the Lord says, okay, I don't need you to be able to think as swiftly, sis, anymore. So I use this. I might use the calculator on my phone to do long form math. I don't even fool with this new math too heavy. But I'm always so curious because we did have a prelude over here on the East Coast of what would happen what if people lost access to their internet and their cell phones. Remember Hurricane Sandy when people was going crazy?
Don't talk like that.
Told
Told you, I'm an ex-Marine. I'm gonna be all right.
That's why we got you on the squad. You're gonna have to give me
following
survival
you.
information, Bliv.
Live Girl Scout over here.
Yo, my boy Manny tell me all the time. He's like, "Yo, B, if something happens and you go, he's like, I'm finding your bag. You got everything in that bag."
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you know what? That is actually epic. That's useful information. And I hope that's something that you be able to do for us, Bliv, in the future. Is legitimately give us some information, show us what is essential to go in a real time go bag. My daughter has been after me for years. Ma, you need a go bag. You need a go bag. And I'm looking at her like, look at this mini thug I done raised. She ain't never been in the military, but she know that it's appropriate for her to be ready to be on go at any given moment.
Yes.
And I actually appreciate her for that. And I appreciate you, Bliv. Look, I'm kind of giving you a little bit of peer pressure and putting that together for us because that's not information. Yeah, thank you so much. That's some information that could we could all use
on screen.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do it here. We're gonna do it here because and we're gonna make sure that information circulates. Because again, we get ready to move into some interesting times. And I'm really, really, really curious to see what's gonna happen to the people who have become dependent on eating meat on a day-to-day basis. Because I always have the conversation, I can't live without meat. I can't live without meat. And more often than not, I'm able to shut that conversation down real quick. I'm like, well, do you know how to kill, catch and clean your own food?
Ew.
Right.
I'm a city girl. Take me to the supermarket.
Exactly. This is a valid question.
I'll eat the grass outside. That's okay.
The specific parts of an animal, if you eat that, you're gonna get sick and die.
Exactly. Which is why I'm like, I challenge people on some of the things that they say. Because if you don't know
I got all kind of weapons around his house.
Well, he about to bring out the weaponry. Well, while Bliv is getting his weaponry, I'm serious, y'all. Do y'all want to be responsible for killing your own cow?
I'm not killing my own nothing. I'm not doing the fish either. I'm not doing none of that. I will be eating cabbage and collard greens.
Cabbage and collard greens. Okay. What is
this? You a whole Viking over there.
He got Viking weaponry, y'all. Lord, what is that knife about? He got the knife.
No, the other stuff's hidden, but this is the machete right here. Right?
Okay.
I got a Rambo knife floating around here somewhere. I got a couple pistols. You just have to be ready, and it's not to be violent or anything. I'm not a violent dude. You just got to be ready.
Yeah.
In case.
Well, now what is that axe? That axe reminds me of Thor.
I don't know.
He said Thor.
That
I got
is
a
what I
couple.
heard.
I got a couple trees in my yard. You know,
Oh, wait a minute. John
sometimes you just
Henry is
gotta
more like it, but go ahead.
Yes.
cut some stuff down. Oh, but speaking of the food, I got an apple tree in the backyard, so that's eats right there. My
That's
apple
it.
tree produced over 2,000 apples last year.
And I'm gonna have to
Beautiful.
come out
One
there
tree.
this year and get a bushel from you, Bliv, because you be giving up the
Mhm,
apples.
yeah, you do.
have too many.
Yeah,
Y'all
oh,
heard
yeah.
that, right, tribe? You
Yeah.
need the apples, holla at Bliv. He a short car ride
Hey,
away.
y'all need some
I
apple
need
pies. I
that.
got y'all, man.
Y'all look, Bliv be cooking too, just so y'all know. But that's, you know,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
put all
yeah,
his
definitely.
business out there because he might have a girlfriend and I don't need nobody in his DMs causing no
The
problem.
big piece of fried chicken. He know how to cook the
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
Chicken, some collard greens, some mac and cheese, mashed potatoes.
Mash.
Yeah.
The weather has been giving our girl Marisol some trouble, but she done bounced back with her blessed self. Y'all are tuned into Unhinged Live, and it has been a great conversation with the debut of the new members of the tribe on tonight. We're moving swiftly towards the end of the show. And you know, we got to give you that nourishment for your mind, body, spirit, and soul, the four parts, as Coach Cash mentioned at the top of the show. So get ready to receive a blessed reflection of purpose by our very own certified in-house master life coach, Coach Karen Sims Harrell, Twisted Threads LLC. Take it away, Coach Cash.
All right. Listen, as always, I come to you with a title and a reminder. These reflections of purpose are purposeful so that we stay on point. Today's title is You Are Enough. You are enough. The world has been waiting for you, not for a version of you that's going to fit somebody else's mold, not for the 10-pound lighter, although it'll be easier for you to go further. You're enough today. And sometimes we've got to take the opportunity to say, I'm beautiful. Why? Because that's going to allow you to say, let me keep the habits that's going to keep me lifetime fine. Let me keep the habits that keep me pouring into my community. Let me be enough today. And then you know what happens when you continue to move forward? You are more than enough later. But right now, we want to remind folks, because sometimes we've been shirking away from things because we're like, well, it wasn't me that they were calling for. I've only been doing this for a year. I've only been doing this for 2 years. I just stepped on the scene. Or this dream has been hidden for so many years and I don't know how to do it. I want you to know specifically that our tribe is before you, not just this, but our entire Tilted tribe for purpose, because they answered yes to their own call, to the call that was made to them. And we want to encourage you to do the same. So don't disqualify yourself. Don't discredit your greatness. Understand you were born and you are here for such a time as this because the world is in need of you. But first, you got to answer the call in your own life by saying what? I'm enough. And then go out there and be great and invite us for when y'all serving the cake. Because you know, I'm telling y'all, I'm always here for the cake. That's what we want to remind you today. Say it to yourself, write it on a sticky note, put it somewhere where you tell yourself every single day until you believe it in your own heart. You are enough. Tilted, back at you.
Thank you, honey. I am grateful for that word of encouragement, sis. I know I am enough. And tonight, you know, I want to go ahead and say thank you again to Marisol, to Bliv, to Rhonda, to Yolanda, to Karen, my right hand. Thank you, girl, for everything that you do. Thank you, Yolanda. You're amazing. Rhonda, you already know you are royalty, darling. Don't you ever stop walking it out. Bliv, soldier. Salute. Marisol, my sweet sunshine. You better bring that heat, girl. So check it out. You all know what's up, Bliv? You got the church finger.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say this real quick. I was just joking around, having fun. So hopefully I wasn't too aggressive with like the weapons and the shoes or whatever.
Be aggressive.
I love God. You don't gotta be a pro to love God. That's all.
Bliv, I have my machete by my bed.
Okay,
My
okay.
machete's by my
I
bed.
got other weapons all throughout the house. I just didn't want to like make people go, oh no, what's going on the show?
No,
And I do
you
that
ain't
before.
no, you were just giving
I
a
just want to let y'all know.
demonstration. We
Okay.
know you
I'm
ain't
just,
coming for nobody. You
Right.
ain't no
all right, all
killer.
right.
You might
I just
be
want
Only
everybody
him.
to know
I'm
I do
the
love the
Phil
Lord. That's all.
Perry.
That's all. I just want everybody. I
Don't
do
come
love the
over
Lord.
here
I am a humble
uninvited.
Christian.
Nope.
ain't nobody coming
Jesus
for
is
you.
my savior. I don't want nobody to go, oh my gosh, what did this man just do? That
You
was all. I just thought about that real quick.
but hey,
We
if
here
they
for
ain't got
you.
no laughter in they sha-na-na-na, this is not the platform for them. This is all love. This is all fun and jokes. You never have to explain yourself for the Tilted Halo Tribe family, Bliv, because we all be doing stuff that's not necessarily normal. Okay, so check it out. You actually just put me on my Just Be outro. And my Just Be outro is basically an encouragement to just be extra. All right. And while you are out there just being extra, make sure that you continue to do the most. Listen, this word was birthed out of a conversation I was having with my good girlfriend Karen earlier this week. And I came into the thought process that, baby, yes, we are always extra. Yes, we are constantly doing the most. Why? Because we are phenomenal men and women. We are chosen. We are the children of God. So why would you expect anything less but extra? Our Father is rich, and he owns the cattle on 10,000 Hill. So why would we not have plenty more joy to give? Why would we not have plenty more knowledge to bless the people with? Why would we not have any more knowledge of technical skills that people could use to survive? Just be extra. Continue to do the most as you walk out your life, being salt and light. Just be extra. We are Unhinged Live. I'm your girl, Nikita Tilted Halo Hansford. And that's the end of the show, y'all. It's a wrap. All right. So until next time, peace.